Good morning, student. In previous class in geometry, we completed that 5.4. Now we have to start the next exercise, that is 5.5. And in this exercise, one theorem is there, a midpoint theorem. I explain that theorem here theoretically. When in any triangle, the line joining two midpoint of the sides is always parallel to third side and half of third side. This is the theorem. In any triangle, if a line joining midpoint of two sides of any triangle is always parallel to third side and the measure of that line is half of the third side. Okay, this is the theorem. So by using this theorem, you have to solve the questions now. See here, question number 1, that is in the given figure, point XYZ are the midpoint of side AB, side BC and side AC of the triangle ABC respectively. AB is equal to 5 cm, AC is equal to 9 cm and BC is equal to 11 cm. Find the length of XY, YZ and XZ. Okay, now here in this triangle, see, in triangle ABC, X, Y and Z, these 3 points are midpoint of AB, midpoint of BC and midpoint of AC. Okay, so by using this you can solve the following now. Okay, see, okay, now see, the AB having the midpoint X, BC having the midpoint Y and AC having the midpoint Z. So by using midpoint theorem, you have to solve this. Now you have to find out the measure of AB, measure of AC and measure of BC. So here given is XYZ are the midpoint of the side AB, BC and AC respectively by midpoint theorem. Here you can use the midpoint theorem. XZ is parallel to BC and XZ is half of BC. Means if XZ is joining the midpoint of AB and AC, then it is parallel to third side and half of the third side. So it is XZ is parallel to BC and XZ is equal to half of BC. So BC is already given here 11 centimeter. So therefore XZ is equal to BC by 2. It means 11 by 2, it is equal to 5.5 centimeter. Okay, similarly XY is equal to AC by 2. Therefore 9 by 2 means 4.5 centimeter. And finally the last one is YZ is equal to AB. YZ is equal to AB by 2. AB is 5. So 5 by 2 means 2.5 centimeter. So in this way you can get the measure of all the sides, that is AB, XY, XZ, XY and YZ. Okay, so you get the all measure of all the sides, right? Now come to the next question. So in next question, see, in question number 2, in the given figure PQRS and MNRL are rectangles. If point M is the midpoint of side PR, then prove that SL is equal to LR and LN is equal to half of SQ. So how to find out this now? See, first one, SL is equal to LR you have to prove. So given is M is the midpoint of PR. M is the midpoint of PR, it is given to you. So if M is the midpoint of PR, okay, Now see, in triangle SPR, M is the midpoint of PR, right? But PSR is equal to MLR is equal to 90, because PQRS and MNRL are rectangles. So the angle of rectangle is always 90. So it is 90. So corresponding angles of are equal, right? So therefore, in question number 1, we already said that M is the midpoint, and in equation number 2, the corresponding angles are equal. It means each 90. So therefore, from 1 and 2, we have L is the midpoint of SR. So converse of midpoint theorem, SL is equal to LR. SL is equal to LR. So in this way you can prove the first, that is SL is equal to LR. Now come to the next. Next you have to prove that Ln is equal to half of SQ. Okay. So second, RNM. Now see, MNRL is a rectangle. So RNM, this angle also 90, right? So therefore, in PQRS and MNLR rectangles, they are rectangle. Therefore, MN is equal to PQ. MN is equal to PQ. These two lines are parallel. This line and this line is parallel, right? So if these two lines are parallel, corresponding angles are equal. Therefore, from 1 and 4, we have N is the midpoint of RQ. So by converse of midpoint theorem, join Ln and SQ. Then by midpoint theorem, Ln is equal to SQ and Ln is equal to half of SQ. So this is proved. Ln is equal to half of SQ, because midpoint theorem said that if a line joining any midpoint of any two side of a triangle is always parallel to third side and half of the third side. In this way you can prove Ln is equal to half of SQ, right? Now come to the next question, that is question number, here see question number 3 is there. Question number 3, in given figure, triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle. Point F, D and E are the midpoints of side AB, side BC and side AC respectively. Show that triangle FED is an equilateral triangle. Okay, this point F, point F, point D and point E, these 3 points are midpoint of AB, BC and AC. It is given. Now you have to show that triangle, already the triangle ABC is equilateral triangle, it is given. So AB is equal to BC is equal to CA. AB is equal to BC is equal to CA. All sides of a equilateral triangle is congruent. So half of AB, when we multiply all sides by half, then half of AB is equal to half of BC is equal to half of CA. But what is half of AB? Half of AB is ED. So half of AB, see here, half of AB is equal to ED and half of BC is equal to EF and half of AC is equal to FD. So you can say that FB is equal to BD is equal to EC, right? So first, AF is equal to FB, BD is equal to DC and AE is equal to EC. So therefore FB is equal to BD is equal to EC. This is equation number 1. Okay, this side is equal to this length is equal to this and this length is equal to this. So you can say that FB is equal to BD is equal to EC, right? So point F, D and E are the midpoints of side AB, side BC and side AC respectively. So by midpoint theorem, FE is equal to half of BC, okay. So half of BC means what? Half of BC means BD, then D is equal to half of AB, it means is equal to FB, and FD is equal to half of AC means EC. Okay, from 1 we have FB is equal to BD is equal to EC, it means FE is equal to DE is equal to FD, FE is equal to DE is equal to FE. So all three sides are equal. It means triangle FED is also a equilateral triangle. In this way you can prove that all sides of FED are equal, so the triangle is equilateral. Right? You get it now? Now come to the next. Question number 4. In question number 4, see there what is given here. In question number 4, given figure, segment PD is a median of triangle PQR. PD is median and T is the midpoint of segment PD. Produce QT intersect PR at M. Show that PM by PR is equal to 1 by 3. So how to prove this now? See here, PD is the midpoint of QR. So D is the midpoint of QR. D is the midpoint of QR. Here D is the midpoint of QR. Right. Now see again. D is the midpoint of QR. DN is drawn parallel to QM. DN is drawn parallel to QM. By converse of midpoint theorem, N is the midpoint of MR. M is the midpoint of, N is the midpoint of MR. This is midpoint of MR. Right. So this is equation number 1. Similarly, T is the midpoint of PD. T is the midpoint of PD. This is midpoint of PD. And also DN is parallel to QM. DN is parallel to QM. Okay. So by converse of midpoint theorem, M is the midpoint of PN. M is the midpoint of PN. This is midpoint of PN. Means M is the midpoint of PN. N is the midpoint of MR. Okay. It means PM and MN is equal to NR. Right. So from 1 and 2, what we know here, see, from 1 and 2 we have PM is equal to MN is equal to NR. Right. So see here now, PM is equal to Mn is equal to Nr. Now PM by PR is equal to PM by PR means PM plus Mn plus Nr. Therefore PM by all all are same. It means PM is equal to Mn is equal to Nr means Mn is equal to PM and Nr is equal also PM. So PM plus PM plus PM. So it is 1 by 3 PM. So PM by PR is equal to 1 by 3. Hence it is proved. So you can prove that PM by PR is equal to 1 by 3. Okay. So in this way you can prove the PM by PR is equal to 1 by 3. Right. So we completed all 4 questions here. Now we have to stop here now, because this exercise is completed here. Now only problem set is remain, and afterwards we will solve the problem set. And in this exercise, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. I will give some assignment on this also, so you have to practice it and ask me the doubts. Okay. So now thank you for this.